The Visma Ski Classic season 2015-2016 showcased the best long-distance cross-country skiers in the world fighting for supremacy during 10 intense competitions. As usual, the skiers gathered points in each race which counted towards the overall championship ranking, as well as a sprint, team and youth competition. In 2015, the overall champions were Petter Eliasson and Katarina Smutner. Both were hoping to defend their titles this year, but the season is long and the competition fierce. New to this season was the Team Tempo Prologue that was held in Livigno, Italy in December. The Prologue, which opened the Ski Classic season, gave the pro teams a chance to gain important team points and individual bonus points. The women got underway in a mass start, competing over 3 laps of 5 kilometres, with the time of each team's best athlete counting towards the team points.
A little bit of confusion at the off, but they are underway now. Sarina Bonner leading things off then for Team Experit. Followed, of course, alongside her by Katarina Smutner in the rest. The yellow bib holder as well. All underway here to begin this year's Visma Ski Classic season. The Pro Team Tempo underway here in Livigno.
And did you see how nicely they behaved? They kind of waited. It's like, okay, are we going to go or not? It's like, you know, I talk about the friendship, it kind of like that atmosphere. Okay, are we supposed to go now?
Brittany Hansen looking very solid as well.
She's a really good, and you can see she's really strong and good in a double polar. And right now you can see the different techniques. We come to the really steep hill, you can see how they do differently.
As I said before, speaking to her yesterday at the official press conference, seemed very, very happy, not just with the team change, but also the preparation. She said she put in a really good training block ahead of this, felt strong, felt healthy. We have Britta Johansson Norgren, who's just been passed now by Lina Korsgren and Katarina Smutner. It's going to be these three coming up to the line. It's going to be a time here of about 38 minutes. Who's going to get the nod in the end? Looks like it's going to be Lina Korsgren who wins the Pro Team Tempo for the record in a time of just over 38 minutes. 38 minutes and 3.
Lina Korsgren gave Team Pioneer Investments a great start to the season, winning ahead of Team Santander's Katarina Smutner and with Britta Johansson Norgren third for Lager 157 ski team. The male athletes from each pro team started with 2 minutes separating the teams. The 15-kilometre prologue gave team points by calculating the third best male time within the team. Overall victory then for Team United Bakeries ahead of Team Santander and Team Experit. Since Team Lise Plan Go does not have a female competitor on their roster, they finished down in 13th position. The day after the prologue was the date for the opening individual race, the La Scambera, also held in Livigno. The women started first in a race that was shortened down to 24 kilometres due to a lack of snow.
They're underway though. It is the start of La Scambera for the Visma Ski Classic season 2015-2016. The women with the head start, 10 minutes or so over the elite men, but they are underway. Guy McCree alongside the 24-hour world record holder, cross-country skiing, Teemu Virtanen. Sorry to interrupt, Teemu, but even Bonner here is running up here. But she's so comfortable in the hills, in the climbs. Bonner, and you can see she is more comfortable than everyone else there going up there.
You can even see Britta, who's a really strong double polar, but she's struggling.
Struggling there. Bonner needs to make this count up here, needs to open the advantage. Just under 4 kilometres to go. The Swiss, the 3-time former champion, winner of this event 12 months ago, trying to open up. Who is going to get this thrilling conclusion to La Scambera for 2015-2016? Katarina Smutner looks like she's going to do enough here, but Britta Johansson Norgren is now coming back at her. Has she got enough? No, Smutner looks to be holding her off, and it is the yellow bib holder who begins her title defense in the best possible fashion. Katarina Smutner is the winner of Las Gambetta for 2015.
Katarina Smutner of Team Santander won the race ahead of Britta Johansson Norgren in Lager 157 ski team, and third, Smutner's teammate Justina Kowalczuk. The men's race was just as entertaining.
There is the gun, and the elite men are underway for Las Gambetta.
That was a real gun.
Yeah, nice and loud. Petter Eliasson, of course, leading them off, the defending champion, the yellow bib holder. Real movement early on, the top men jostling for position. Coming through to the, setting a fantastic pace here, the men. Here we are again, just taking his time through here. Nice and easy does it for Fjeld. That's Niergaard there, actually, Santander's teammate. So 40 points, double up for Niergaard. Really taking charge of this green sprint bib competition. The men have got just under 10 kilometres to go. They're up that climb where Bonner was trying to make ground, trying to open up an advantage. The men all double poling up there, all looking strong. Well into their third loop now. And they come down the section there, and, made the climb. It's just a question, really, of, as we progress through, when they start to make a move, whether they would look at that climb which comes up later on. Someone might look to make a move there, but at the moment, an awfully high number of people involved. Morteneda Pedersen at the head of things, of course, the winner of the Jezerska Parasatka. It could be very similar, actually, to the König Ludwig Lauf of last season, where, memory serves me correctly, I think there were 5 involved, 5 or 6 involved to the end, and it was a stretch at the line where Eliasson just nipped in ahead of Bedal. Could be something similar here, but Eliasson looks to be managing the race, as we'd expect, beautifully at the moment. This is just this final section, isn't it, really, Teemu, now, where I'm trying to wonder where someone's going to make an attack here. We're just going to get a look now at the finish line. Who's making a move here? We're just a few hundred meters to go. Overall, it's Johan Schulstad there, and it's Jon Christian alongside him. But who's got it at the end? It is a photo finish.
It is photo finish.
Oh, it's got to be confirmed here. Has Dahl got it for Team United Bakeries, just ahead of Dementiev of Team Couture Robinson Pet Shop. It's a photo finish between those two.
Jon Christian Dahl of Team United Bakeries was the winner in that tight finish ahead of Team Futura's Evgenia Dementiev. Johan Schulstad, also Team United Bakeries, finished third. The Jezerska Parasatka was the third stop of the calendar and the first race in 2016. Held in the beautiful Jezera mountain region in the Czech Republic, the 50-kilometre race had to use a shortened course by 15 laps due to the lack of snow this year. The men and women started together.
The bib holders for the men, and the gun fires, and away we go. Just the elite athletes at this time on Sunday morning. Women following behind, and into the mist and into the trees they go.
That's what they do. And actually, the moment, just before the big bang, it's always kind of when you block out everything, and it's just like you just want to get going. Like, okay, when is it coming?
Yeah, it's a long time coming. It's you see the congestion as they come around the corner, trying to get onto the tracks. And here's the first sprint at what is it, just under 5Ks, and you can see the green markers there. And is it going to be another 40 points in the bank for Anders Niergaard? I think so. 30 points for second. Stanislav is doing his best to get a good haul of points, but it is the sprint master who takes the 40 points. Rezak Pedersen has certainly made a sprint of his own and has made a break from Team X-Spirit, having a very good start to the season.
Yeah, he's using the same strategy as last year, just to break away, basically.
Well, put some pressure on your opponents, make them think, oh, look how far he's pulled away. And next to no, what, 1 lap, 2 minutes, he's really gone for it now on the downhill section.
Well, here we go.
Here we go, yes. And it's Johansson Norgren who's leading them through at the moment. And there will all be probably 15-20 minutes behind the men in terms of finishing.
It's pretty tight, as we can see.
Actually, such a long gap at the moment. He seems to put the gap in on the downhill section.
Well, they're chasing really fast. I mean, Eliasson now taking the lead.
Behind him, the yellow bib, young Christian Dahl. There's our leader. Elias and Pedersen coming through. And it's a lovely snowy, not enough snow sadly, but a lovely snowy scene all the same. And a little bit of a breakaway from those two. Up Telegraph Road, no sprint points on offer, of course. Now that's all been done and dusted. 5 and 18 kilometres, lap 2 and lap 8.
Well, look at that. Eliasson. It's breaking away.
Wow, this man was in the lead early on and had quite a big lead as well. But all of a sudden, he is having to dig in and dig deep and try and stay with the breakaway. Keeping pushing.
They're pretty close now. And it'll be interesting to see when they catch up with him. How is he gonna? What is he gonna do?
Whatever happens, you know, he'll get some good points today. Up towards that sprint sign. We've had our sprints on lap 2 and lap 6, but it's, look at that. See how far behind people are. Kolstad.
2.5 minutes.
This is Petter Eliasson, the man who won 4 in a row at the end of last season. Was a bit disappointed by his high standards in Livigno, but here he comes, 2 minutes 12 and 36 seconds. Fabulous work from Petter Eliasson. And it looks like Johan Kolstad has the legs to take second place. Auckland very, very hard trying to get into third place. It's not going to work, you don't think. And it is a very, very well-timed break from Johan Kolstad. Excellently done. And who's going to take third place? It might well be Auckland. It's very tight. It is Auckland. Rickardsson just a tenth of a second behind, 0.1 of a second behind after 50 kilometres. Through the gloom she comes then. Britta Johansson Norgren, absolutely brilliant. Second in last Scambeda. She's not going to be second here. First place. No need to look over your shoulder. There's no one there, Britta. You have won this, and you have won this by a distance. Excellent work.
So, last year's overall champion Petter Eliasson of Team Leaseplan Go destroyed the men's field, winning by over 3 minutes down to Johan Kjellstad, Team United Bakeries, and Anders Aukland of Team Santander in third. On the women's side, Britta Johansson Norgren with Lager 157 ski team was just as impressive, winning well ahead of Lena Korsgren with Team Pioneer Investments and Team Ski Start's Sarah Limborg in third. This year saw the third staging of the La Diagonella in the Engadin Valley from Zuz to Celerina in Switzerland. The 55-kilometre race has quickly become a popular event in the long-distance calendar for both professionals and amateur skiers. The women started first with all the big names on site.
And the gun is fired, away we go, and La Diagonella 2016 gets underway with the elite women athletes, and the yellow bib of Britta Johansson Norgren very soon ahead of everybody else. And you can see the pink youth bib Amelia Lindstedt. She's trying to keep up as well. In fact, she's just nudged herself ahead of the pack there. Great shot from our helicopter. And there they are, yellow bib of Britta Johansson Norgren of the Lager 157 team. And right in her ski tracks is the number 3, the bib of Katarina Smutna. And as you say, there's no distance between them. Of course, although you can't see it in shot because we concentrate on the women, they are following one of the men skiers around this course, which may well just help them. There you go. And this is Britta Johansson Norgren.
Yeah, I saw last time I looked them that she had a little gap for Smutna, so Britta Johansson Norgren is solo skiing to the finish, and I think she will go for the second win in a row, and she will keep the yellow bib.
It's almost like a bad dream slow motion climb up to the top, but she's almost there now. She won in Jezerska Peresatka. It was a good win as well by quite some distance, and she has done it again here. Fabulous victory for that woman there, Britta Johansson Norgren.
Britta Johansson Norgren of Lager 157 ski team dominated the women's race and took her second straight Ski Classics title of the year, winning ahead of Katarina Smutna of Team Santander and Serena Bonner of Team X-Spirit. Time now to take a look at the men's race.
Waiting for the men to get underway.
Yeah, right now it's Smutna in the lead of the pack, going to La Punt.
Gun goes, and away go the men. And wave after wave, it's an impressive sight here in Zios, isn't it? Who will take the 200 points in what is a very tight battle for the yellow bib at the moment. He's having a little look, isn't he? Over his shoulder, there's a big train behind, but there's only a few contenders for this sprint title, and Nygaard, well,
he earns 40 more. Oh, there comes Ottosson.
Oh, let's see what he can do. A little bit of extra speed, though, from Nygaard. Tylee Ottosson, Dahl Pedersen will take the points. Yeah, that's Petter Eliasson. And behind him, of course, Øystein Pedersen, the man who won this race last time out, the man from Team United Bakeries. Yes, we're getting ready. He's definitely peering into the distance to see, not just on our monitor and on the screens you are watching. That's where we are. You can see the blue dot down at the bottom. That's where the start was, that's where we are, and they are on their way past us. Here they come. And this is a very good break, and this is a decisive break. Petter Eliasson. But, well, he's being hauled in here a little bit. You can see from the helicopter shot, he's not having it all his own way.
This is Toras Liardalen catching him up.
He likes a challenge, doesn't he? We saw that the Marcialonga last year, where he prevailed on that horrible 2-kilometre stretch. Can Gedalin make a move here? Not far to go. Here he goes, out into the right-hand track, but thinks better of it. Didn't like that at all. And
Eliasson got a couple of meters there, didn't they?
well, and what happened there? He went out, and all of a sudden, he has given up on the gas, and it is going to be Eliasson who comes through. Well, that was very interesting. He went into one of the tracks and all of a sudden decided something happened, and perhaps he felt the tracks were not going to be able to actually make any impression, and he has just settled for second, and it is second race in a row for Petter Eliasson, the man who is the reigning champion. He takes the win in a very good time as well. And Gedalin, well, we'll find out in the interviews what happened, but he will take second place. Didn't have the extra gear coming up through the village.
The dominant force from last year, Petter Eliasson of Team Leaseplan Go, showed his strength by winning the race ahead of Tord Asle Gjerdalen in Team Santander, with Team X-Spirit's Morten Eide Pedersen in third. The 70-kilometre-long Marcialonga is held annually on the last Sunday in January in the province of Trento in Italy, stretching from the plain of Moena in Val di Fassa to Cavallese in Val di Fiemme. The women were first to take on the grueling course.
They're doing a very good job of that at the moment. They are underway, the women then, in the Marcialonga for 2015-2016. This women's race which continues to grow in Visma Ski Classics year on year, race on race really. They begin here in the village of Moena, the familiar opening grounds for the Marcialonga, a municipality, as most of them are in Trentino in the region, in the north of Italy where we are. Familiar figures at the head earlier on. They're sharing a word with each other as well. Britta Johansson Nordgren and Sarina Bonner. I think Britta just saying, I'll put in some of the work for the moment, and Sarina going, yeah, okay, that's good of you. But they're all there at the moment, all the familiar figures, the Santander women, Kowalczyk and Smutna there, Schieder as well. But can Nordgren make it 3 Visma Ski Classic stage wins in succession? Or will Katarina Smutna, the winner of 12 months ago here at the Marcialonga, the racer from Team Santander, she was racing from the Silvini Matsus team 12 months ago, now in the red and black of Santander. Regularly switching, and Nordgren now is making a little move here as well on the outside of Smutna. Now they're coming into the final straight. Mentioned it'll be a sprint finish. Who's going to get this overall? It looks like it's going to be Nordgren. Looks like she's got the turn of pace. What's Smutna got with her, or has she? Smutna's coming back at her now. Amazing finish to the Marcialonga in the women's race. But Nordgren looks like she's got it right in the end with 50 metres to go, and she does win. Britta Johansson Nordgren makes it a hat-trick of Visma Ski Classic stage wins. She wins the Marcialonga for 2016. What an effort from the pair of them.
Lager 157 ski team's Britta Johansson Nordgren was the toughest up the Cascatas climb to win the race, making it 3 in a row in this year's Ski Classics. Once again, Katarina Smutna of Team Santander was second, and Team X-Spirit's Sarina Bonner third. The men started 10 minutes behind the women.
They are underway. The 43rd edition of the Marcialonga. The elite men getting their bids underway here once again in Moena, the municipality here in Trentino, the northern Italian region of Trentino Alto, Sud Tyrol. And they'll make their way uphill, just as we mentioned with the women. It's exactly the same course, this gradual uphill in terms of the altitude, up towards 1,400 metres above sea level. They start here about 1,150 metres above sea level in Moena, and they make their way gradually up towards Canazei. And he's going to hit the 300-point mark now for the season. It's 7 out of 8 sprint stages for Nygård, just ahead of Øystein Pedersen, with Øyvind Mienfeld picking up more points. So here they are now. They are into this Cascata climb. Try and bring it home to you here, this winding climb. 2.5 kilometres of it through to the finish where we are in Cavallese.
Sharp curves.
Yep.
Here we go.
It is very, very much now. We are into the hub of it, winding sections of it, as they look after 68 kilometres now of classic technique up the climb. Here we go. Yedalen.
Last year's winner.
He's done it with 700 metres to go. It was around 6. It's pretty much around the same point. Yedalen makes his move, and can Eliasson stay with him here now, who's led for a long time since the Lago di Testero. But Yedalen has done this before. He's looking for a repeat of 12 months ago. Into the final stretch. He'll be cheered on. Eliasson is still just with him, but you can look at the other guys as well, looking to rein in the yellow bib holder. They haven't given up hope yet, but Yedalen is here in the final. He looks back. He's not going to be beaten here. Look at him. He's already celebrating. Back-to-back wins for Tord Yedalen of Team Santander. But look at the battle behind them. Yedalen can afford a little look at it as he wins the Marcialonga for 2016, the man from Team Santander. What's the battle for second, though? On the line, it's a photo finish. And Høllegaard has got it ahead of Eliasson. Wow.
Wow, that was a great ending. Whoa.
What a race. And they are predictably, they are out of it at the end. They've given everything. 70 kilometres. Tord Yedalen makes it back-to-back victories in the Marcialonga.
Tord Asle Gjerdalen in Team Santander emulated his win from last year by defeating Petter Eliasson of Team Lease Plan Go on the final climb. Eliasson's teammate Stian Hølgaard finished third. As the König Ludwig Lauf was cancelled due to the poor snow situation, the Visma Ski Classics competition was moved to Seefeld in the Tyrol district of Austria. The new race, Kaiser Maximilian Lauf, was over 65 kilometres in classic technique. The women started 20 minutes ahead of the men.
There we go. The cannon fires, and the first ever Kaiser Maximilian Lauf is underway. 65 kilometres. And they're away at a rate of knots. These women now try and hang on to the leaders as long as they possibly can. But it's going to be a tough, what, 3.5 hours for these women?
I think even more, probably. Depends on the conditions, of course. How wet it gets towards the end of the race. And as we can see, it's only 11 kilometers an hour, so it's a steep hill. And so far, she's pretty much the only one. Oh, there's another one down there. But not that many are actually using the double poling technique.
So Sarah Lindberg is certainly using some kickbacks. But Serena will be delighted to be able to use some kickbacks because she's kind of grudgingly gone to double poling. Not a natural thing.
And of course, that'll be the tactic for these three skiers, particularly Smutna and Serena Bonner.
Serena Bonner has made her move, you suspect. This is where she can use the kickbacks. You saw them coming the opposite direction, and she's just starting this big climb. Slin's been left behind, and it's Smutna who's going to have to keep up with the challenge. And the big question is, does she have the right skis? Does she have enough energy in reserve? And here is the winner of the women's race. Excellent from Serena Bonner. She has been on the podium, third in the last two races. She wins here in Seefeld, and look what it means to her.
So in the first race of the season, where kickbacks was favourable, it was Team Expert's Serena Bonner who stood victorious ahead of Team United Bakery's Astrid Øyreslind and Katarina Smutna of Team Santander. Over to the men's race, where most elite athletes chose double poling.
And we're underway.
There they go.
One heck of a cannon, that one. And the men are underway in the Kaiser Maximilian Lauf here in Seefeld in Austria. They are going away at really quite a pace, past our commentary position, away into the mountains and the forests. And it's a good sight. And, well, it may not happen straight away, but expect someone just to try and break this field. Coming towards the sprint. And, well, Cardin is in front of his teammate, but Nygaard surely will take it. There we go. The move across from Cardin politely lets the man who wears the green bib go through. Little look over his shoulder, absolutely no need to worry. Through goes Nygaard, yet again takes the points. Cardin doing well. Good out into the lead. Can he stretch this group even further? You imagine Godalin will be wanting to stay with him all the way. Very powerful, and yet gliding behind them is our leader, Petter Eliasson. Here he goes. Now, for the first time, with less than 2 kilometers to go, he comes into the lead. It's the first time in almost 3 hours that he's been at the front. He's been there or thereabouts, and now he's asking the question, but look at Godalin. This is the steep hill. This might just sort out what's happening at the end of this race. Godalin is going backwards now. Well, he's struggling here.
He's really struggling, yes.
Well, he tried, and again, a bit like in La Diagonela, he had nothing in his legs, and he is having to herringbone up this hill. Well, goodness me.
That's not a good sign.
Who would have expected that from the man who looks so strong and was at the front for so long? But Eliasson is away, and it's Berdal who's hanging on, and I think that will be 1 and 2. Not far to go now. Scholstad hasn't got it, has he? Or is he able to move across? I don't think he is.
Well, it
Eliasson
happens.
keeps
It'll
going.
happen now.
Eliasson, can he do it? Round we come. Here comes Scholstad. Scholstad looking to come across. It's a very tight finish. Who's going to take it? It's only millimetres, and it looks like it is.
It
the
is him
champion
again.
who's on top again. Petter Eliasson. Fabulous finish.
A demanding race on a tough course, and it was Petter Eliasson of Team Leaseplan Go who was the most resilient, winning ahead of Johan Kjellstad with Team United Bakeries and third place to Tord Asle Gjerdalen in Team Santander. The Gran Fondo do Bianco Cortina has been run since 1977 and made its debut in the Visma Ski Classic Series this season as the 7th stop. The race had to be abridged this year to 32 kilometres as the finish in Cortina d'Ampezzo couldn't be incorporated. The women got underway first.
They are underway as the clock ticks half past the hour. The elite women get set and go then from Briesse Ferrara, as it is Prague's Schmieden. Here in this
commune of province of Bolzano in Val Pusteria, and you already get a look at the Dolomites at the UNESCO World Heritage Site. This whole course is in this wonderful part of the world, and Britta Johansson Nordgren leading them off. Sirona Bonner really putting in a shift there, working hard. You can see that. The technique here at this stage, very, very good from all of them, because, I mean, fatigue isn't an issue. I know you're a big man on this, on breaking down technique and everything with the double poling, and Bonner is, Nordgren as well in the double poling is the best of the lot, but a lot of them here, good exponents of it over all the women. And you can see now, we've just got a group of three, Nordgren and Bonner and Ishida, and the other three, the next three, have just been kind of drift a little bit of a gap as the top three tend to push here, and they're coming through to the second sprint at 20 kilometers here in the Nordic Arena, of course, famous location here in Toblach in Dobiaco. And at the moment, at the second sprint checkpoint at 20 kilometers, conveniently, it is Britta Johansson Nordgren who is through, just ahead of Sirona Bonner, Misako Ishida, both of them within a second. And then, as we mentioned here, these next three just being cut adrift a little bit, Teemu. This is interesting now. Maybe a bit of a move being made by that top three to get away. They're coming now into the arena, these three. The winner's going to come from this. They're going to come past our commentary position very soon. Nordgren and Bonner and Ishida, and they're coming through to the finish point now here in the Nordic Arena, and it looks like Nordgren's got it, and she has got it. She gets the winner's garland. It is her fourth win of this Visma Ski Classic season for Britta Johansson Nordgren of the Lager 157 ski team.
Britta Johansson Nordgren in Lager 157 ski team won the sprint ahead of Sirona Bonner in Team Xspirit and Masako Ishida in Team United Bakeries. The men started 30 minutes after the women.
This is what we're about. Look at that. That's a fantastic image. That tells you everything you need to know about what we're about. And the men's race is underway for 2016. The first time, of course, that the Toblach Dobiaco Cortina is under the Visma Ski Classics umbrella. Great to have this race in our calendar. And it is the men underway then as they begin, as the women did, was it about half an hour ago now, in Prague, in Briesz-Ferrara. Here they come then. They're actually coming through now, making this pass through to the first sprint checkpoint, as it is. And they are through, and it's Marcus Ottersen who we talked about there, who's got it for the Lager 157 ski team. Yeah, I'll just take my position and wait for later on, but as you say, the familiar, the usual suspects, Dahl, Schulstad, Yedal and Eliasson, this lead group of four at the moment. Just under 17 Ks to go, 15 gone, just under 7 kilometers to go, and Yedal and Eliasson have moved clear. They've made that move. They seem to have lost the United Bakery skiers, Johan Schulstad and Jon Christian Dahl, a little way back now. Looked at the point actually at 20 kilometers into the race, and Dahl was right up with them. Schulstad was only 10 seconds back. But now these two are really started to pull clear. Who's going to get this as it comes to a conclusion? It is the sprint finish. It looks Eliasson who's the stronger here overall. All right. Does he have it, or is Yedalin now just coming up behind him, taking position tactically here? Thrilling conclusion as they come through the final downhill stretch. They're past us now, past the commentary position, down the far side, and they'll loop round now to the finish line.
But Yedalin has really fast skis.
Yeah, he has.
Look at that. Look at that.
Does seem to have a bit of better glide, doesn't he, on that little downhill stretch? And they now come around the corner here in the Nordic Arena in Toblach. Excellent conclusion. The two leading figures in the men's competition in the Visma Ski Classics this season. And they're now in the final stretch, and it looks like it's Yedalin who's got the beating of Eliasson.
He's the one.
Here. He looks better, doesn't he? He looks stronger, and he looks to have this in the bag. The winner of the Marcialonga, who got the better of Eliasson there, and he's got the better of him again today.
He did it again.
Yedalin with the brilliant finish.
A tight sprint finish where Tord Asle Jardalen in Team Santander outsmarted Petter Eliasson of Team Leaseplan Go in the last kilometre. Team United Bakeries' Jon Christian Dahl finished third. Vasaloppet in Sweden is the most renowned ski race in the world. Contested since 1922 between Sälen and Mora, the race welcomed 15,800 skiers this year. The amateurs started just behind the elite field, where both men and women took off together.
And they are underway, the 92nd Vasaloppet. A key part, of course, of the Visma Ski Classics again for 2015-2016. The 8th of 10 stages in the Visma Ski Classics. And what do we expect for a winning time? 4 hours and 20, something like that. Maybe around there for the men. A little bit slower, of course, for the women. We'll see.
This is a good push from is it Team Lise Blango skiers? Yes.
Of course it's Lise Blango. It's the Tigers.
The Tigers going
Tiger
around.
outfits. And they are tigerish in their skiing. These guys, of course, we know all about Eliasson, but these guys as well, Høllegaard and Host and Dahmen, Callison as well. The winner of the youth bib a couple of years ago, Callison. And we have there Kjetil Dahmen.
Yeah. These two are strong distance skiers, so...
Yeah, it's Callison, mentioning the former winner of the youth bib with him. It just illustrates the depth, really, of Thomas Alsgaard's team. But, of course, 70 points in the team competition as well here, because you've got the 40, because they will score this time, because they're in the top 5 and they're registered with the pro team. So who's got this overall? It is Kjetil Dahmen. No, they've put Callison through overall. Oscar Cardin's actually been doing well at some of the other sprint checkpoints.
Yeah. And he won a race before, ahead of Johan Kjølstad just before Christmas, just after Christmas.
Yeah, Cardin was in the points actually, didn't get the points, but in the top 5 at the Kaiser Maximilian Lauf, in both the sprint standings there. Some of the others, Ricard Tinel continuing to do well here.
Yeah.
Minute back, De Botelis as well. Rezac, as always, in the Vasaloppet, finding some of his best. 1 minute and 3 back. Jeri Arlin is there. Jürgen Aukland, of course, two-time winner of this race. 1 minute and 9. He's right in the shake-up. Britta Johansson Nordgren leading the women's race amongst some of these male skiers. And then still 50 seconds or so ahead of Smutner.
It's actually not only, but it's only 30 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
So, okay.
And then
and what about the others? What about Bonner and Slind?
Slind is 1 minute behind, and the Bonner is 1.5. So they are like on 30 seconds intervals at the moment.
Bonner is about where she was at the checkpoint, actually, about 1.5 minutes behind.
Yeah.
But you're saying that Smutner is making up a little bit of ground on it.
Yeah, that's the trend for the moment. And Korsgren has caught Bonner, so they go together at the moment.
He's led, but look, he looks back, and I know the look from him is telling he's going to be caught.
Now he has.
How does that feel? 45 Ks of the race, you've been at the head, and now, and as well, he's looking at the guys behind him as well, and that will fill him with even more dread, because look at the names. Jürgen Aukland is there, Rezac is there, these strong warriors.
It is for sure. So
I think he knows he's not going to be winning the Vasaloppet here, not with all these guys coming through, because they have the momentum as well. The head of steam, they've been building the pace. Yeah, here we go now. Leading women is your GPS.
Yeah,
Korsgren is very familiar outfit.
Yep.
Easy to pick out. Wow.
And it's
oh, some action going on here. Oh,
he lost his ski.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, and Smutner there had to just be very aware of herself. Of course, this trio of women, as your GPS pointed out. Smutner there wearing 5:07, just behind the champion bib presented by Seefelder, Britta Johansson Nordgren, and Lina Korsgren of Team Pioneer Investments Craft as well. The three of them, the winner's going to come from one of those three in the women's race. They have caught Nordgren up. Nordgren has led for so long, but at the 4-hour point, she has been caught, reined in by Katarina Smutner of Team Santander and Lina Korsgren of Team Pioneer Investments Craft. And no one knows at this stage who's going to win this race, because it's going to be a sprint finish, we know that, but who's going to get it? All the encouragement, Høllegaard and Dahl and Eliasson and Aukland, Neergaard as well, trying to get in there. They come round, and I can now see them from our commentary position into the final straight here. They come into view, the flags are waving, an unbelievable atmosphere here in Mora as they pass the church. Who's going to get it? It's Dahl there in the front. Høllegaard with him as well. Dahl looks like he's got the turn of pace here as he comes to the line. Has he done enough? Jon Christian Dahl, winner in 2014 of the Vasaloppet, and he's going to win it for a second time. Jon Christian Dahl of Team United Bakeries wins the Vasaloppet for 2016. It is Smutner into the final straight now. Has she got this one, the Austrian, for Team Santander? She is there in amongst all the bunch. And she is through. The focus on Katarina Smutner. What a tremendous ski from her. Katarina Smutner, the champion for the Vasaloppet for 2016.
Jon Christian Dahl of Team United Bakeries won a tight men's race ahead of Stian Hølgaard and Anders Hurst, both of Team Leaseplan Go. Among the women, Katarina Smutner of Team Santander stood victorious ahead of Britta Johansson Norgren with Lager 157 ski team and Lina Korsgren representing Team Pioneer Investments. Run since 1932, the Birkebeiner Rennet is Norway's 54-kilometre contribution to Visma Ski Classics. The race traverses 2 mountains from the start in Tingstad-Jordet to the finish line in Lillehammer, and a 3.5-kilogram backpack is mandatory for the skiers. First out, the women, where Britta Johansson Norgren once again went double poling.
Norgren will be leading them off, of course, in yellow, but pursued by the likes of Katarina Smutner from Team Santander and Saraina Bonner from Team Expert. They are underway then. The Birken starting here in the little principality, little village of Reina, and they make their way through the mountains towards Lillehammer, where our commentary position is. These elite women with a 15-minute head start over the men. They'll get underway top of the hour, and Norgren leading them off. Of course, double poling this race. That's been her fundamental, really, how she's won the races. Hasn't bothered with the wax. Back here, of course, with the elite women, and we see Ishida and Kowalczyk. Could start this actually from the Japanese here. Just a small advantage over Norgren, but you can see the gap that they've already opened up over this initial climb. At the moment, these three really at the head of the women's race. It's a decent advantage already, some 3/4 of a minute. Would you say that Britta Johansson Norgren here, Saraina Bonner, now minute and a half and over 2 minutes back respectively, are they concerned at this stage, Teemu, from a tactical point of view, that these two have opened up that advantage at 14 kilometers in?
Of course, yes. I mean, Britta's still pretty close. You know? I mean, she's still, you know, can do anything. You know, but I think, you know, for Saraina and those guys, it'll be a tough race. You know? So
beautiful watching Saraina here, isn't it, on the climb here? The technique just tucking in behind Norgren now.
As you can see, she's really tired. Norgren's really tired, you know.
Justine Kowalczyk still up there, but now Saraina Bonner, of course, has eaten up all that ground. Did a great job, really, Bonner, on the approach to Shushan, by all accounts. Here she comes now, Saraina Bonner, 3 times the winner before. It's going to be 4 victories now in the Birkebeiner Rennet. Absolutely amazing from Saraina Bonner. She can let out a smile now. That is an incredible effort. It is a 14th career Visma Ski Classic stage win.
Well, what a victory then for Team Expert's Saraina Bonner, who paced her race to perfection, winning ahead of Team Santander's Justina Kowalczyk, with Masako Ishida of Team United Bakeries in 3rd. On to the men's race then, where it was all about double poling for the elite.
They're underway, all of them. Nygaard and Eliasson and Hølgaard and Auckland and Hacken Brothers and everyone getting underway here in Reina. Some 15 minutes behind the elite women. That head start given to the women to give them focus, allow them to get their race underway. But now the men, look at the stream of skiers. But here come the men now. Here's the all-important second green sprint checkpoint at Kvarstad. Who's going to get the points for their team? It's Nygaard here coming through, just getting in ahead there, hasn't he? Just got the stretch. So 40 more points for the green sprint bib champion, Andreas Nygaard, back to form there. Again, the winner's going to come from this group here. They've opened up a good advantage over the chasing pack. It's over 30 seconds pretty quickly. The winner's surely going to come from former winner Auckland, former winner Eliasson, winner of the Vasaloppet Jon Christian Dahl, and Sjur Rutter as well. They're coming towards us now, these 4. The winner's going to come from one of these 4. We stand now because we're waiting for them to come through.
There they come.
Here they come. The winner's going to come from... Is it going to be Anders Auckland for the 3rd time he wins this? But Jon Christian Dahl's trying to come. He's just been cut on the outside by Eliasson. And Rutter there in 4th. That's difficult. But now they're still around the bend. And Dahl is just trying to stay afloat here. Not what he would have wanted, and in the meantime, Anders Auckland has managed to get the advantage, but Dahl is still coming back at him. Incredible here, incredible finish. Dahl looked done on that. He's still with him, and they're coming up to the end now. Coming through to the finish, and who's going to get this? Auckland and Dahl and Rutter. And they're coming through to the finish, and it looks like it's young Christian Dahl who makes it back-to-back wins in the Visma Ski Classics. What a finish once again here.
Team United Bakery's Jon Christian Dahl managed to outsprint Anders Auckland of Team Santander and Petter Eliasson of Team Leaseplan Go to follow up his win in Vasaloppet with another prestigious title here in Birkebein Arena. The Visma Ski Classics season finale is Orafjällsloppet in Sweden. The 65-kilometre race is extra challenging considering the long, strenuous campaign that the skiers have gone through during the winter. The women got underway first.
There is the gun, and the final event of the Visma Ski Classics 2015-26 season. 2016 season, the Orafjällsloppet, the Nordic Bet Orafjällsloppet is underway for the women. Britta Johansson Nordgren wearing yellow leads them off round this tight opening little bend. Interesting how this women's race is shaping up. It's not really, you've got this group, you would expect them all to be there, but I suppose we really look beyond in the race towards that big climb where something could happen, because at the moment they're very, very tightly bunched. Kowalczyk has been trying, not really succeeding at the moment to open up a gap.
And here we have the leading women. We have Kowalczyk and Boner doing with what they're supposed to. I mean, they're using their strength here, which is the diagonal striding and climbing. And they have a pretty good lead here.
Saraina Bonner going with the double poling. Kowalczyk going with the diagonal stride, and she's pulling away from it here. Wow, this is a turn of events. She looks really strong, and Bonner just doesn't seem to be able to live with her there. She's won one stage before, Kowalczyk. She comes by our commentary position now. She's right at the end. She's got this one. Bonner won't be able to catch her. It's just a matter of second place for Bonner. Kowalczyk is going to cross the line. The pole, one of the legends of the sport, wins the Nordic Bet Orafjällsloppet for 2015-2016.
Justina Kowalczyk of Team Santander was the strongest on the final climb to win ahead of Saraina Bonner in Team Xspirit, with Masako Ishida of Team United Bakeries in third. The men's race would prove to be even tighter.
About to begin the men's race, the Nordic Bet Orafjällsloppet, the fourth time this race has been staged, and it is once again the climax of the season for Visma Ski Classics for 2015-2016. The men are underway. As we say, Teemu Virtanen, Guy McCree taking you through these races. The men underway.
Oh, look at that. Wow. L.
Oh,
yeah, moose.
You meet all kinds, don't you, on your way through the forest?
There they go. Oh, look. They're going to cross the tracks.
Wow. This was just a minute or so ago, we're being told. Very close here. You just see the elites coming through.
Yeah, that was really close. That would have made the headlines.
And it's Snorri Einarsson. He's scored in all of the stages today, and he actually gets the maximum 40 points through there in an hour and 22 and 21. And we have the final standings then for the competition. This is how it looks then for 2015-2016. Andreas Nergaard not adding, but 410 points was easily enough to take it. Marcus Ottosson gets second spot overall with how he did in the second stage. He won the second in the sprint competitions. Morten Eder Pedersen in third.
All right. Eliasson is trying to break away now.
Trying to pull clear of Anders Auckland a little bit. Whether this is really a meaningful break, I don't know. But of course, the winner of this race, the last of those 4 straight race wins that wrapped up the yellow bib for him last year. Here is the finish. You get a look at it. Fantastic, isn't it? The finish to this race. The man in yellow, he's going to win it for a second straight year. Petter Eliasson, he's in contention to win the Nordic Bet Orafjällsloppet for a second straight year. But is Johan Sjolstad the strongest here today? The Team United Bakeries man looks to have made the key push ahead of everyone else. He hasn't won a stage this season. Johan Sjolstad, he's been close on a number of occasions, but he looks to have broken the back of the rest of them. Eliasson and Dahl, and it looks like it is going to be Johan Sjolstad. is going to win this race. He looks stronger, he looks around at the rest of them as he comes through to the finish. What an conclusion to the Visma Ski Classic season as he managed to do it in the end. What a finish. They are absolutely out on their feet. They are struggling over the line to the finish, but Johan Kjellstad wins the Nordic bet over Fjellsloppet.
Johan Kjellstad showed the most grit up the final hill to win ahead of his United Bakeries teammate Jon Christian Dahl. Overall winner Petter Eliasson in Team Lee's Plan Go rounded off his campaign with a third place finish. Well, with that, it's time to round off the 2015-2016 Visma Ski Classic Series, where Petter Eliasson of Team Lee's Plan Go and Britta Johansson Norgren of Lager 157 ski team were the two standout athletes.
I have been a little bit stronger than the others this year double poling, but mostly uphill. I think I have to be a little bit better on the flats, and today I think when I'm not on top I had a hard time uphill also, so it's go home, train hard and do everything.
Well, I think it's have been a tougher competition this year, and maybe I don't know if I was stronger last year, maybe a little bit. It's hard to say, but I'm happy to take the yellow bib.
Now, as the skiers get some well-deserved rest, we can already start to look forward to another action-packed Visma Ski Classic season. I'm Simon Wilcox, and thanks for watching.